Today on Treys Tutorials, we're going to take a toy blaster and some spray paint and save the galaxy from the evil separatist army. Let's go! What you're going to need: a Star Wars blaster rifle. I usually like to find mine at thrift stores for pretty cheap. A few cans of spray paint, matte black and silver. This brand and type I like to go with because it dries quick and sticks well to plastic. And some paper tape and X-Acto knife and stuff like that, but I was just way too lazy to videotape them here, so there you go. Now I would be doing a step-by-step of me actually showing you guys how to do this stuff, but it's really stinking cold out, so it's pretty much impossible for me to spray paint since the only well-vented area here is outside. And for you guys who have done this before in the cold, spray painting outside is practically an impossible feat, since you spray paint outside and then it basically freezes instead of dries. So once you bring it inside, the spray paint, the freezing melts and everything, and then it's basically just wet spray paint all over again. But despite that fact, I'm still going to bring a tutorial for you guys. So, step 1. You're going to take some of your silver spray paint and you're going to do a coat of it over your blaster, whether it be the DC-15, DL-44, the standard Rebel rifle, or General Grievous's awesome blaster. Now make sure when you're spray painting this, you want to have a light coat over the entire thing. But make sure that it covers the entire thing, because then it'll look really awesome later on. Unless you want something like this that you don't want spray paint on. In that case, then leave that spot open. Tape it with some paper tape, because I found out that paper tape works so well for spray painting. And it's cheap. Cheaper than paint tape, as far as I know. Well, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take that paper tape and cover the spots that you want detailed, such as the thing right there, or that, or some screws, or some areas that you wanted scratched later on. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your matte black paint. Make sure that it's matte black, because it looks really good. It gives it that grungy, battle-worn look to it. It's like, oh wow, this battle's been through some really hard stuff. But you're going to want to tape that stuff off because it makes it look really neat, very detailed afterwards. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your matte black paint, and you're going to want to spray paint lightly on certain areas. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take some paper towel and take it and just scratch along some areas that you really want to look silver. A very good example for this is right around these areas. I didn't want to tape them off because it would just look purely silver, such as these parts. So what I did is I spray painted this, and I took some paper towel and I wiped along it, made it look like very scratched up. So that it just looks really neat. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take off your places that you wanted to look scratched. I didn't do it for this one, but I figured this out after I had already done it. So you're going to want to take the tape off of the scratch areas and spray paint over those, then scratch those, then take some paper towel and go over those spots after the other black paint has dried. Now, the paint will get liquefied with the other paint, so I guess it doesn't really matter because it liquefies the paint after if you spray paint on areas with paint on it already, which I figured that out. So you're going to want to scratch those parts with the paper towel, and it looks really neat. Same with these. It makes it look really neat. It looks like a little bit burnt. And then something I found that looks really neat on the end is having this silver, and then spraying those and take some paper towel around it to look like the heat has kind of worn the paint off of it. So yeah, then all you need to do is take off the paint on the screw, take off the tape on the screws, and there you go. You got your clone trooper, stormtrooper, rebel trooper, droid army blasters all ready to go. Or if you just like to be some kind of scum of the universe, then we'll go with that. So I hope you guys liked this tutorial. If you did, like the video and subscribe. And comment down below what you would like me to see make next. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on Treys Tutorials.